It's where you live. It's tspntv.com.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm here with the lovely Lynda. Petey couldn't make it this morning.
No, I was expecting him, but
Okay,
he just
but that's
couldn't make
okay.
it. Yeah, that's okay
Because
I've got.
Lynda is an encyclopedia on everything about Chaw'Se, so we don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Tell us about this wonderful event that you have going.
This is a new event. We hope an annual event. It's a celebration of spring, and there are going to be a lot of participants. We'll have a lot of elders we'll have guided tours. We're going to have vendors. We'll have Indian tacos. Yum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's sponsored actually by the Chaw'Se Association and the state park, of course. But we're doing it in conjunction with the Rancheria Band of Miwok Indians.
Great.
So their participation is really good. We're glad to have the Indians participating with us because it's a wonderful cultural event.
It is.
There'll be a lot of demonstrations. There'll be some hands-on crafts for kids. We're going to have some jewelry making and some journal making, and there'll be someone demonstrating the acorn mush, and you'll even get an opportunity to taste it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, Lynda, there's a lot of history behind all of Amador County, with obviously Chaw'Se and the Miwok Indians. I mean, it's wonderful history, and they'll be teaching some of that there. Am I correct?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because a lot of people are not aware of of the beautiful history and the contribution.
It really is above everything else a cultural resource. So
Absolutely.
And the roundhouse, originally built in the early 70s, and then again rebuilt in 90s, and so they're actually in the process of rebuilding the roundhouse now, and they're
Oh, how nice.
yeah, and they've been doing a lot of work. The band has been doing a lot of work in the park to restore it. New fencing. They built new bark houses.
How
It's
nice.
beautiful.
I love the displays. We've had people come in here and show us the baskets and everything that they've done. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Yes.
And you can see how, I mean, the work that goes into it. You can see how hours, days, weeks, months.
Yeah.
Their whole life was doing all these beautiful cultural artifacts and relics, and the food is magnificent.
Yes. And we will have basket weavers there demonstrating. So.
Oh, good.
And most people don't know, half the work of basket weaving is the gathering of the materials.
Absolutely.
And preparing. That's fully half the work. So you don't very often see that, and a lot of people don't realize the value of the baskets.
You bet.
They're really wonderful
Well,
resource.
they were here way before any of us thought of being here, and they did so much for this country, and they still do. I mean, it's been nonstop. It's been great. So, how did you get involved with this?
Oh, I came to Amador County in 1997, and I was involved with the park from about the year 2000 on. I worked there for 10 years, and now I am a member of the cooperating association. Most parks have cooperating associations that are, they work with the park staff, because there's some things the state can't do, like accept donations.
Sure.
So we're a vehicle to do that, and we assist the staff, the park staff, with things like we actually fund the park aide who works in the museum.
Great.
So in times of budget crisis like we've had in the last few years, we've been able to keep the museum open because the cooperating association, the Chaw'Se Association, actually funds that position. So that's been really helpful.
Tell us about your times in during the summer and year round, because this is just not only a Saturday event, it's a year-round event.
Well, yes, we have school tours in the spring and the fall, and the Amador County schools participate. They all come, but we also get schools from as far away as Modesto,
Great.
Sacramento, anything they can do in a day trip. And we have docents who are volunteers with the park who provide those tours. So that's spring and fall. Spring and fall are really the prettiest time at the park. I'm really, yeah. And with this rain we've been getting lately, it's going to be so green and lush. It's just gorgeous.
It's going to be nice.
So yeah, we do have the museum's open year-round, and there's a gift shop there. So there's a lot of, there's some jewelry, but a lot of resources like the books that are for sale. It's,
Right. Teach you so much history about this area and how they work so hard to make this their home.
Right. And part of the message of the park and this event here is that the culture's still alive. There are still Indians. We get children all the time who are saying, will we see Indians when we have our school tours?
Sure.
And I say, well, you might, but you wouldn't necessarily know it because they dress just like we do. And do you know where they live?
How cute.
Wherever they want.
That is so
Yeah.
cute.
So,
That's like I say, that's why we need to educate. We need to get back and educate our children from when this all started and from
Yes.
the beginning.
Well,
and
yeah.
that's so important because things are getting lost as time progresses, and that's not right.
yeah.
It needs to revert back.
Yeah, well, Petey is the representative from the tribe. He has children, and he wants to raise them in their culture. So this
for
is a
him.
very important event for him. So their children actually keep the culture.
I think that's great. I think that's absolutely wonderful. And this event is going to be from 9:30 to 4:30.
Right, 9:30 to 4:30. Opening prayer at 4:30. I'm sorry, 9:30, obviously. And there'll be dances throughout the day. All kinds of demonstrations. The vendors will be demonstrating their handiwork.
Right, and there'll be food there where they
Yes.
can.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to save up my calories for
That a girl.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be fun. But it's so nice because you see the Native American displays, and some of them are quite old, and it's interesting to see how everything began and how primitive, but how resourceful and so much tougher than we are. If we have to,
Oh, yeah.
if our dishwasher goes on the blink, everybody goes berserk.
Oh,
And-
yeah. They didn't have any stores. They
No,
got everything from
Everything
nature.
was hunt and gathering and cooking and basket weaving and everything to survive. And it's so amazing to see how this history started here.
And this spring tradition, a lot of tribes have World Renewal this time of year. The spring,
New birth?
waking up the bear.
Right.
Yeah, renewal. It's just
Waking
all
up
about
the bear,
that.
absolutely.
And big time in the fall is about celebration of the acorn harvest. It's the harvest season.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So do not forget Saturday the 17th from 9:30 to 4:30, and it is located on
Pine Grove Volcano Road. There'll be signage out there. It'll be hard to miss.
Right.
So,
And it's
Pine Grove Volcano Road, about halfway down to Volcano.
great. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get out there and support your people who started this county. We're going to take a very short break. Lynda, thank you so much for all your information. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back shortly.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.